This area looks really familiar, and I know it's not going to look familiar to you, Evil Pop-Tart. This is the area, actually, that we sequence broke into. So everything in this video up to here, if I would have taken the sequence break, it would have just ended off here.
Gotcha. Okay.
So now we have to walk across a ton of these ledges in all these rooms. And by the way, like nearly every room has these ledges. So we're ninjaing on the castle's like ledges and scaffolding, and it's like a giant elaborate path. And why did the troops put this there? Were they gonna like put boxes up here, or what use would you have for a giant ledge across all of your rooms in your entire castle like this? Think about it from the perspective of your own home. If you had a ledge like this that spanned like the entire perimeter of your entire home, well, there you go. I have a place to put boxes.
Well, it's kind of like an extreme mantle or something like that.
Put all my beer steins up there.
Something.
That's what would happen. It would just be full of like beer steins or heads of my enemies. Heads of my enemies. I like heads of my enemies. We'll go with that.
I like that idea. Let's watch this battle with the ghoul guys just really briefly here, because you can kind of see, yeah, they're kind of same. But, okay, yeah, you got a ledge like that. You got a lot of room to display things, so I guess you could go with the Evil Pop-Tart idea, displaying all the heads of your enemies. That's actually an interesting idea. If we were to, like, this castle is Shroob Castle, we defeat the Shroobs, now all the Shroobs' heads are on the scaffolding. Or ledge. I think scaffolding means, like, ledge outside. That's a good question. What does scaffolding specifically mean?
It's scaffolding is like the skeleton to stand on outside of a building.
Oh. Okay, something totally different then. Not a ledge.
Yeah, you would be correct. But also you're wrong at the same time.
Okay, I will just Google search what scaffolding means, because I don't think I've ever used that word properly before. But we do have to be careful with these ledges, because it's not a lot of room to run around, and if we fall, we kind of have to start all the way over at the beginning.
I didn't notice it the first time, maybe because the volume wasn't up high enough, but this music is very Metroid-ish, which is very fitting considering it's kind of like a maze, so I just didn't notice it the first time. Like, you could take this and put it in like a Metroid area, and it would fit perfectly.
It would. I jumped up because I had to walk through all of it over again. That's actually a good point. Yeah, this does really fit kind of a Metroid-ish game. Okay, mental notes. I fell off the ledge again.
Sometimes the perspectives in this game is very weird because it tries to be 3D, but it's not 3D. So it's like it could very easily have been a piece of the path, just from the way it looked.
It's fake 3D.
What was Dream Team? Was it kind of 3D, or was it still pretty 2D?
It was a 3D world with 2D sprites, actually, but the 2D sprites were extremely well done, where I actually had a question, is that a 2D sprite or a 3D model? And I couldn't actually figure it out until I realized that there's a sprite sheet for Mario & Luigi Dream Team Online you can download. It's like, oh, a sprite sheet? I guess it is sprites. It's extremely well done. But it's a 3D world with 2D sprites. Worth. Okay, I wasn't anticipating that. I was just anticipating the ghoul guys and occasionally something else with them. That reminds me of the treasure badge. I don't have the treasure badge on the babies. I have it on Luigi at the moment. Perhaps I should get switching that out there. And there we go. And I get back into this battle. Wait, where did Shroobsworth go?
Huh.
What? Shroobsworth just disappeared on me. That bastard.
That's interesting.
But now you can see the ghoul guy just sacrificed himself into a lethal bomb, which, wow. Great move, guy. And it made the lethal bomb more powerful, actually. It increases the stats of whatever he decides to, I guess, haunt to make more powerful. But on a lethal bomb, that was kind of a really dumb move on his behalf. So yeah, the ghoul guy powered up the bomb, and the bomb... Oh, he just blew up. Great going, guy. Destroy that box. But this gigantic ledge here, is not here in the present. It's only here in the past with the Shroob Castle. Which means they must have took away the ledge. No more ledge. No more babies walking across the ledge. That actually would be a scary thing. You have ledges in your house like this, and your kid is crawling all over them. And you're like, ah! What are you doing? You're more likely to run into that problem with a cat, actually, than with a baby. This would be a cat's dream to have a house like this that have ledges all over the place. I suppose while I'm hitting all these blocks, the stairs that we're currently looking at, they look really scary, and they just very strongly remind me of this Sega Genesis game I used to play and really like called Mickey Mouse's, I believe it was World of Illusion. Sounds right. It was a Genesis game, you know, it was a licensed game, Mickey Mouse. And it had a very strong magical theme, like theatrical magical theme. And just those stairs just kind of remind me of that theatrical magic style theme. It's a good theme. Shrooms work off science, though, not magic.
Science is magic. Get your facts straight.
The Shrooms are very technically sophisticated, and this is what they did with their castle. They put ledges
They're just
everywhere.
scientists.
You're saying the Shrooms that just invaded the past to, like, conquer everything are just scientists? Is this just a giant experiment for the Shrooms?
Yeah, why not? They're more technologically advanced. They have better thinking, better modules, and their science is better than ours. So that would explain why they could time travel.
Well, we're beating them, so why don't they time travel to before we beat them?
Because it would create a paradox loop.
Well, how do you explain Mario and Luigi working with their baby selves then?
It's technically impossible. We've gone over this. I'm not going over the time paradox crap.
Okay.
If you have any questions about how time travel works, watch Doctor Who. There you go.
Okay. Watch Doctor Who. Use the Doctor Who model to figure out how time travel works. Not, well, even though it's a good movie, don't watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, because that's probably not a good model for how time travel works. Despite it being a really good movie. Anyway, just like earlier, for us to proceed forward, we kind of have to push buttons in order to unlock a path for us. So this path over here, if we press that button, that allows the adults to access it, and the other gun is way out over to the other side, so I now have to get the babies over them, because they are the only ones who are able to access it. Whee! Fast forward.
Lots of walking.
Walk, don't run. You're on a ledge. Up there, on the second floor. There we go. So yeah, now I have to get the adults all the way over to the left side again.
Thankfully, falling from high places doesn't hurt in the Mario universe. Although I guess it kind of does, because then you have games like Mario 64, where falling does cause damage, but then you have any, like, side-scrolling platforming Mario game where you could fall from the freaking clouds and you wouldn't take damage. So how exactly does falling work in the Mario universe? That's a good question.
Well, in this game, you're only falling off like a ledge. I'm just to say you can take big falls. Like back when we were in the Star Shrine, you can get a big fall there. But then again, that's the Star Shrine, so it'd be like if you're in Star Shrine and you fall, you don't get hurt. Falling is very inconsistent in Mario games. Yes, it certainly is. On one hand, you could be falling from galaxies away onto another galaxy and you just go, ooh, yeah. On other hands, you could be like falling and then just die.
The same applies to breathing underwater, too. It seems like whenever Mario, like, maybe it has to do with being in a three-dimensional world causes pain to happen when you fall and you have to, you know, breathe. Maybe two-dimensional figures don't have to worry about those things.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of fast forwarding at this point because it's now time to hunt for a lot of pants. Since I only got one pair during going through the castle normally, my plan here basically is to just fight a whole bunch of enemies, destroy them all with bro items until I get one of the pants that I actually finally want. Also, ooh, this is a nice level up I've got going here. There we go. I like how in the Shroom Carboning they just made areas to put beans. It's not like beans were just sitting there randomly and there was just next there. In the carpet, it's like there's the actual spot where the bean is, and even when you extract the bean, guess what? The Shroom face goes away. It was never there in the first place. It was just an X. They purposely put a bean under the carpet. I am going to hide an emergency bean under the carpet. I am a brilliant person. Now, when there's a food storage, I'll have a bean under the carpet. It's a pretty big bean.
It is, actually.
That actually reminds me of a post. I forgot where I saw it, but it's a post my friend has in his car in just a little container, the emergency Cheeto. And it's just one Cheeto in a container. You know, it's one of the ultimate, like, survivalist foods if you're going to go with the I need food that is theoretically good for dozens and dozens of years. Jerky. It's tasty, too. All right, so up onto the bookcase ledge that we go here, and there's a couple of goodies for us up
That's
here.
technically not true, really. Jerky does go bad. It's just the preservatives. You need to add, if you make it like yourself, it can spoil and rot very quickly since it is raw meat. But if you dehydrate it, it's different. I mean, it does spoil if you make your own and don't add the preservatives. I forget what you have to add to make it last longer, but canned goods, canned beans are actually the preferred choice of lasting the longest, technically.
The apocalypse food.
Well, I wouldn't call it exactly that. Canned beans do last quite a long time, but they eventually do go bad as well. But I don't think it outlasts jerky. I think jerky will go bad before canned beans will. It's a good question, actually. What lasts longer, canned beans or beef jerky? But since it's a meat, meat kind of is going to go bad before canned. Unless you're eating Spam or something out of a can, then that shit lasts forever because it's fucking invincible.
All right. So because I have to use the treasure badge, and with the treasure badge, I have to actually use the brew item, and I have a whole bunch of coins. As you mentioned, Takesby, that I have no use for. I'm just going to buy an absolute metric ton of mixed flowers, and I'm just going to go to town with a whole bunch of enemies to get the pants that I've been looking for.
Actually, scratch that. You know what lasts longer? Dried noodles. Dried noodles last the longest.
So I actually got another pair of 100-point pants, which, hooray! Yay, I got my other 100-point pants, but I still haven't gotten the one for Mario and Luigi yet. A couple of enemies later, there they are! Supreme Slacks.
Woo!
Best equip in the game for adult Mario and Luigi. As I'm just about to show it off here, Supreme Slacks, everything goes up. Everything. So now I just have to get another pair of them for Mario, and then I'll have all the best equipment in the game. Let's go kill a whole bunch of other things. The only problem with doing this is that I am going to grind a couple of levels, but I'm certain you guys won't mind if I happen to make the final boss battles last not as long, because I'm a little bit more powerful. You don't mind, do you?
Nope.
That's kind of what I figured. The other cool thing about having everyone level, or doing all this experience, is everyone's level is kind of getting closer to each other. I mean, Mario's still behind on the experience because I let him die that one battle, but I mean, they all just did level up at the same time. Hooray!
What level were we at the end of the first game again? I forget.
We were up to near level 50 actually, but we were playing Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga Plus.
That's true. I remember that. Yes.
So now we're nearing level 33-ish, and admittedly, like if I was playing the game normally, I'd probably end at like level 30 before the final boss. So people have commented that this game feels short, and I actually agree with that. When I played this game originally, it only took me 16 hours to beat, which is like, oh, this game was kind of short. It was fun, but it was short. Yes! I got my other pair of Supreme Slacks.
Very nice. But I was saying, it feels like something was really cut out. I mean, that last dungeon where you get 2 pieces of the Cobalt Star within like 20 minutes, or like, no, not even. It just really feels like, they just kind of threw it there because they left out a dungeon or something. It didn't feel like putting it in. I don't know. It definitely, I remember having fun when I played this back in the day, but its length is kind of a letdown. And I mean, it's kind of like, hey, you're suddenly at the end of the game. It's like, I don't know. Could have been better, I guess.
The comments did mention that too, about how short this game does seem, so it does seem very short, but
it does. I think just maybe the main game wasn't necessarily needing to be lengthened. This game really, really badly needed some form of side quest or something like that. And the thing is, with the way this game works, they could have just put in side quests that got you beans, and that would have worked because beans are rare. And there is a way to grind beans, but it really sucks because you have to play this stupid pachinko game to do it. So maybe we could go back to Yoshi's Island. One of the Yoshis wants us to get him fruit. We go around the area getting him fruit, and he's like, "Yay, you got me fruit. Here, have 10 beans."
But then, That would
It
just
would've-
be more walking, which we've done enough of.
Are you suggesting different kinds of side quests, Ziggy?
Yeah, fetch quests aren't exactly the go-to when I think of side quests.
We can just do pasta fetch quests, you know? Just go that way.
Pasta fetch quest. What would that entail, Evo Pop Tart?
I don't know, but dried pasta is technically the longest lasting food because it's dried. Or if you can get your hands on some MREs. MREs last for like fucking 5 years.
Meals ready to eat?
Yeah, MREs. Military MREs. You can still buy military MREs. They're actually really good. Some of them are really good. They last fucking forever. They have their own heating element in them, and they got their own water, and yeah, they're pretty good. You can pick them up like for a box of 50 at like military surplus store. And look like hell, they're not expired or taste like shit. But you can buy fresh ones. But yeah, you can buy fresh ones still. And they're actually not half bad. Some of them are really good. Others are just terrible. I couldn't tell you what some of the new flavors are. I mean, I've had some of the older MREs, but they make great dinners. They got their own heating tin and everything. And if you've never eaten an MRE, I would highly suggest try to find some place that has decent MREs and at least pick one up. I know frickin' British MREs are okay. They're pretty good. German MREs are about the best. Or Swedish, one of the two. German or Swedish MREs are pretty good. United States MREs are okay, but they're good.
How do you know so much about MREs, Evo Pop Tart?
Because my dad is ex-Air Force, and he's had MREs, and I've eaten MREs. Bought some and just made some for dinners at night, just because. Why the fuck not?
Okay.
MREs are good. I mean, I haven't had any European MREs. I thought about ordering some though, especially the German ones. The German MREs seem pretty decent. I hear Korean ones are kind of cool too. They have weird things in them.
Okay. Anyway, guys, next time Let's Play Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, Do I Stare It? The next major episode, part 17, is the final one.
Dun dun dun
We
dun!
will be done with the game.
Dun 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 dun!
We will be done with the game. Wow.
Yay!
I had to look it up. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga Plus, when I ultimately split it up, it ended up being 20 parts, but a lot of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga Plus I did A, B, C with, and a lot of this game it was just A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, and we're already done and it's only 17, so holy cow.
Short game.
Yeah,
That's why everybody said it was
definitely
kind of short.
So I hope you guys join me next time. See you then. This has been Milesluigi.
Yeah, it's been Yellow Pop Tart.
And Higsby?
Go to your local store. Buy your MREs. Try them. They're delicious.